what you're doing, cause I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. I look funny, but yo, I'm making money, see? So yo, world, I hope you're ready for me. Now gather round. I'm the new fool in town, and my sound's laid down by the underground. I drink a bottle of Hennessy you got on your shelf, so just let me introduce myself. My name is Humpty, pronounced with the umpty. Yo, ladies, oh, how I like to funk thee. And all the rappers in the top 10, please allow me to bump thee. I'm stepping tall, y'all, and just like Humpty Dumpty, you're gonna fall when the stereos pump me. I like to rhyme, I like my beats funky, I'm spunky, I like my oatmeal lumpy, I'm sick with this, straight gangster Mac. But sometimes I get ridiculous, I'll even buy your crackers and your licorice. Oh, yo, fat girl, come here, are you ticklish? Yeah, I called you fat, look at me, I'm skinny. It never stopped me from getting busy, I'm a freak. I like the girls with the boom, I once got busy in a bathroom, I'm crazy. Allow me to amaze thee. They say I'm ugly, but it just don't faze me. I'm still getting in the geeks, and I even got my own dance. Humpty dance is your chance to do the hump. Come on, I do the Humpty Hump. Come on, I do the Humpty Hump. Check me out.
This is one little tribute to Shock G, RRH, which is Rest in Heaven, Shock G. Telling y'all, it comes in threes, baby. It comes in threes.
People say you're Humpty, you're really funny looking. That's alright, cause I get things cooking. You stare, you glare, you constantly try to compare me, but you can't get near me. I'm giving more C and on the floor B.
Hey, Demond Johnson, how are you?
I'm really being sincere, cause in the I'm a Humpty nose will tickle you. My nose is big. I'm not ashamed. Big like a pickle. I'm still getting paid. I get by the ladies, you know I'm in charge. Both how I'm living and my nose is large. I get stupid. I shoot an arrow like Cupid. I use a word that don't mean nothing, like Luke did. I sang on Do What You Like, and if you missed it, I'm the one who said just grab them in the biscuits. Also told you that I like to fight. Well, yeah, I guess it's obvious. I also like to write. All you had to do is give Humpty a chance, and now I'm gonna.
Hey, Brandy, how you doing? Gerald, hello, how are you? Thank you all for tuning into my live. Yes, it is lunchtime. I think I'm about, I don't know, I think I was on time. It is lunchtime. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm Antoinette Cherrier. This is my personal live, my podcast. And please do me the biggest honor by subscribing to my YouTube channel, which is titled Listen and Learn with Antoinette. Also, follow me on my fan page, Antoinette Cherrier, or you can follow me right here on my regular page, Antoinette Cherrier. Thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate all those who have supported me. Y'all know I had to play Humpty. I had to play Humpty. You know, respect to Shock G. I don't know his personal life, but you know what? He's got music that we have literally grew up on. As teenagers, Humpty Dance was the shit to us. I mean, wherever we went, we heard that song. Woo! We was always trying to do the Humpty Dance, fucking it up. Looking retarded as fuck, but we was trying to do it regardless. Step off from doing the hump. Hey! This was the shit. This was the shit back in the day. Latrell, hey, how are you, Latrell? Good to see you. Jody, hello, how are you? Who just put an angry face up there? Who just put an angry face up? You better switch that shit. I did nothing to you. Yeah? Shout out to Shock G, man. Real shit. Shout out to Shock G. Man, I'm telling you, we lived off some interesting music back in the days. We did. We lived off of some music that was actually real music back in the day. And you know, that's a good tribute to Shock G. Rest in peace. My prayers go out to his family and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this shit happens in threes, and we are losing a lot of entertainers lately. And you know what? You know, DMX, this young gentleman, and I'm not sure, I think it was one other entertainer that we just lost. Actually, it did. It happened in threes. It really did. And you know what? Y'all, that just gives you an eye opener to knowing what life really is. Chicago Larry, hello, how are you? Derek Sales, hey baby, how are you? Kenneth, hello, how are you? Good to see all of you here. Thank you again for tuning in. You know what? Like I stated before, a lot of entertainers that are leaving here, they're leaving here. They're humans just like we are. They are human beings. They get ill, they get sick, and they pass on. A lot of these entertainers have passed on at a very young age. And I don't think the age of 57 is old enough to pass away. So we got to understand something. You know, we're not meant to be here forever. So the time that you do have here, make it count for something. Make it count in a way where, you know, you not only be remembered that you were here, but you instill something in the youth, in somebody in your circle. You instill something positive in them. Before you move on, make sure you did something with your life that made a positive impact on somebody, because we are leaving here. Nobody is guaranteed tomorrow. So therefore, if you gotta get up in the morning, thank God that you did, and make that day a better day. Make it prosperous for you and for whoever else that you encounter, because you don't know when your clock will be stopped in the door. Now, hey, yeah, Black Rob, he sure did. And I posted it on my Facebook. Black Rob passed away. That shit happens so fast, y'all. It happens in threes, man. DMX, Black Rob, Now Shock G. For real. It ain't no joke out here, man. Ain't nothing promised to nobody. So make this life the best life you possibly can. But thank you anyway for tuning in. And I know exactly why the reason a lot of y'all tuned in today. It is Friday. I thank y'all for tuning in. It is Friday. It's a beautiful day outside. It's about to be hot than a motherfucker next week starting Tuesday. I cannot wait. Yes. But I'm going to get to the skinny of what's going on. You know what? For me to have this conversation, knowing that, you know, the followers that I have and so many people that are opinionated, which I welcome all opinions, because I don't know it all. I don't know it all. I only give you what my opinions are. And I only give you some little sense of history that you can look up for someone else while they were going through it. I try my best to speak about my life experiences, things I've seen in my life, and try to help people grow from that, because someone once upon a time helped me grow from that. And first and foremost, I'll give honor to God on that, because he brought those people into my circle. He brought those people into my life. So therefore, I have a lot to give, whether it be just a smile, a hug, you know, good advice that you can possibly follow and make something better for your life, because I one time needed it myself. And I thank God that he brought people into my life to give me that advice, to be able to do things a little bit better. Versus where I could have been, baby, I'm not where I could have been. And you know what? I thank God for that. Kenneth, hello, how are you? I don't know who it is steady putting up the angry sign, but I wish you would fucking get your coffee, your tea, or whatever the fuck you need to get, man. Stop being so damn angry. You woke up this fucking morning, so there ain't no need for you to get all attitudey and all of the extra shit. We just here having a conversation, all right? I speak about political views. I speak about bullshit that's going on in society. That's me. That's me. That is what I do. What you take from it is what you take from it. I'm not here to push no buttons. I ain't putting no gun to your head. None of that shit. All I am is being myself here on this live to instill some kind of how should I say, knowledge to a lot of people that kind of lack it, or some people that get confused with it, or some people just don't even know it yet. I got a lot of smart people on my page, a lot of intelligent people, but we don't know every fucking thing. So therefore, it's always good to take advice from people who have been through something and came out of it. And they came out of it in a way where it's not putting you in jail, it's not putting you on drugs, it's not making you sell your body, none of that shit. All right? But we're not perfect. Nobody will ever be fucking perfect. And if you are saying you perfect, get the fuck away from me. Why? Bitch, you can't be trusted. Because near motherfucker here, perfect whatsoever. Hello, Earl. Hey, how are you? It was a Jao G. I could never say that name. Antrian, hey, baby, how are you? Sean, hello. Charles, hello. Good to see you all here. Now, I'm just going to get to the fucking point. And I poured my wine for this shit. We all arguing right now. We all really arguing right now over this incident that happened with this young 16-year-old girl, 15 or 16 years old. And I said in the post yesterday that I'm going to break all this shit down for y'all. And I keep my word. If you ain't got nothing else, you got your word. If you ain't got your word, you really ain't shit. So what I did was, before I decided to talk on here, and I wasn't here Wednesday, and one of the reasons why I wasn't here Wednesday, because I had a lot of other things going on. You know, life still happens. There are days I'll be here, days I won't. But when I studied this video of this young lady that got shot 4 times, I studied this video at least over a dozen times. I had to. Because one thing you can't do, you can do your opinions all day long, but when you are semi-blogger, you know, you do podcasts like I do, you pretty much got to know what the fuck you talking about. You got to give somebody some kind of food to feed off of, to go on and to reevaluate certain things that you bring into light that other people probably are not aware of. All right. So we got the young lady that on the body cam was fighting some other females. What I observed and what I looked up and what I have studied, a situation happened with this young lady where as though these girls came to her house. Now I want to, jot y'all brains on something. Y'all remember back in the day when y'all was younger? And we all used to fight in junior high, high school, the whole 9 yards. Some can fight, some couldn't. But we all did it. There were some times where you had a group of girls that thought they was just that goonish where they would come to your fucking house to fight you. That used to be the biggest mistake ever. It's still the biggest mistake. Why? Because they coming on your turf. So therefore, when they come on your turf, you pretty much got autonomy to do whatever the fuck you want to do to them bitches. Or them dudes. One way or another, everybody was getting fucked up. I'll never forget that shit. But that's a story for another life. This young lady was fighting a bunch of women that came to her house. And before she came outside with this knife, she called the police, letting them know that there were a group of girls out there coming to jump on her. She was the one that called the police. The police got there, as we all know. We saw the video. There is an extended video to this that was leaked out on the internet, and I'm sure you all know. I'm sure most of you have seen it. If you have not seen it, please inbox me and let me know, and I will definitely forward it to you. What I saw was disturbing as fuck. It was. But there's a catch to all of this shit. And I'm going to let you know what that is. Number 1, the police officer got out of the car. Number 2, the police officer saw everybody. And the guy was like, get down, move away. I heard him say to the girl with the knife, put it down. Put the knife down. Put the knife down. I did hear that. I had to look the video over and over and over and over again because I just could not understand. I said, wait a minute, he has to call something. And so therefore I listened and I heard him say to everybody, move away, get down, put that down, put that down, put the knife down. The young lady was in the midst of a fight with a young lady that was in front of her, and she moved the knife slightly back as if she was going to stab the other female. But as we all know, we all saw, before she could stab the other female, the officer shot her 4 times. My heart goes out to that family that witnessed that. My heart goes out to those friends that witnessed that. It doesn't matter who started it. It doesn't matter how it began. It has nothing to do with what happened. What I think was unjust was the cop shot this young lady, this child, 4 times. That wasn't necessary. A lot of people stated that she could have been tased. Well, let me explain something to you. The body is strange. If the officer were to pull out his taser and try to tase this young lady, I'm not saying this is what he thought, because I don't think there was much thought in his motherfucking mind as it was. But when you tase somebody, the body jolts. You don't know if this woman would have dropped the knife. You don't know in mid-swing she would have cut the other leg. You don't know. We don't know. All I know is she stabbed a couple girls that were trying to jump her. She was about to stab the other girl. And as she pulled that knife back, which is on the video, I'm not saying this is justified. Hear me out. She pulled that knife back to go stab the girl. The cop shot her 4 times. I do not agree with him shooting her 4 times. I believe aim for the fucking legs. Yes, she was a threat. She was a threat because anytime you have a weapon in your hand and police are present, you are basically known as an active shooter, even if it's not a gun. Look it up. She was known as dangerous, armed and dangerous, so therefore he shot her. I believe he should have shot her ass in the legs. In the legs. They ain't stupid. They don't go to gun ranges for no fucking reason. He should have shot her in the legs. She at least still would have been alive. She would have dropped that fucking knife. Know that. But she would have still been alive. We have a lot of cops out here that are trigger happy. If you haven't noticed, they're back trigger happy. They haven't just started to be trigger happy. Let's get that straight. Sandra Bland and all the other ones have gotten gunned down. And I'm going to say gunned down. I don't give a fuck. She got hung in a prison or whatever the case may be. Regardless, they got gunned down. I'm just going to say it like that. It's a stereotype. Fuck it. They got gunned down. A lot of people got murdered by cops a few years ago. Just out the fucking blue. Just out the fucking blue for no fucking reason. Then the shit calmed down for a while. Remember, I told y'all that shit wasn't over with. A lot of prejudiced, spiteful, hateful people will sometimes sit in the wings and wait. They will wait for the opportunity. Just like the Proud Boys waited for their fucking opportunity to stop on the Capitol. There was one person that got shot trying to go through the window, and that was a woman. She died. Out of all of those people that broke into the Capitol, nobody else got shot. They put up nooses. Everything. None of them got shot. Here's the reason why none of them got shot. Some of them didn't have weapons in their hands. The ones that did have weapons, they stayed outside. If you hadn't noticed that, they stayed outside. A couple of people that had the rifles that were trying to climb the wall fell down. Okay. If they got through there, I didn't see that video, so forgive me if I did not catch that. Here's the skill to what the police are doing right now. You are no longer dangerous by confrontation alone with your mouth. You are now dangerous when you have a weapon in your hand. We can't go just teaching our kids about society and how to de-escalate situations to keep cops just from killing them with no weapons in their hands. Now we have to instill in our youth to never carry a weapon, no matter what the situation is. This woman right here could have got jumped. She wouldn't have had one fucking knife in her hand. Those cops would have let those other girls kick her in the fucking head till they probably killed her. Then it would have been a case. But because she had a knife, and because the Hispanic boy had a gun, that gave probable cause in their mind to shoot them. Shoot to kill. They are now aiming for our youth. Remember, they went for the elders first. Look at George Floyd. His murderer just got convicted. You think people like that shit? Hell no, that man is fucked now. Oh, yeah. What's the best way to get back at somebody with their spiteful, hateful asses? Let's attack the youth. Let's get at them now. But we have to have a reason to get at the youth. We got to target certain ones so our murders look legit. If you ain't got no common sense, you better have some fucking common sense now. They are no longer targeting just regular gang fights. They're now targeting young people that present weapons. I posted not too long ago, a few hours ago, a video of a lady that got pulled over by the police. And the police pulled her out of the car. I guess she had somebody else with her. That person had a warrant. He took the girl's purse. He looked in it. He saw 2 bags of weed, pulled them out. The girl was kind of, fidgety. She called her mama, told her mama where she was at, this, that, and the third. Told her to come get her. The girl went in and out the car. Till at the last moment, she got in the car and pulled out a gun and shot the cop. But not before the cop got a chance to squeeze off a few in her ass. She later on died. That right there, that happened. I'm sorry, excuse me. Keep yourself out of bad situations. Bad situations won't happen. That black girl caused that on her own. Now this 16-year-old, whole different ball of wax. But what they're going to do to get away with it, what's going to make it very hard to fight, is the fact that she had a knife in her hand. So now, when they go to court, when the family takes them to court, they're going to use probable cause because the woman was armed and dangerous. Teach your fucking kids now. Get a hold of these young adults now. It ain't just about teaching them the rules of the streets when it comes to these pimps and prostitutes and drug selling. Now, you got to give them and school them the game on how to handle situations with the fucking police. Now, you've got to instill even more hardcore fucking knowledge into them. Not to have weapons on scene whatsoever. Because now our young people are targeted. And if they have a weapon, it's called probable cause. They are dangerous. They are loaded with a weapon. And guess what? That is the excuse the police are now going to use to kill your children, your youth, our children, our people. They're going to use that excuse now. So if you have kids and young people out there, I'm telling you, grab the motherfuckers now. Grab them now, I'm telling you. They flip the script every so often, if y'all have not noticed this. They flip it, because if they can't get away with it one way, they're going to try to get away with it another. And this is the way they're going to get away with it. After that shit with George Floyd, that shit was evident. They knew that cop was going under. They knew he was going to prison. So therefore, let's find another way to get rid of the minorities out of anger because of what just happened. And also because we want to get rid of them anyway. Now, they're using probable cause. So if your young person is out here toting a gun, you better tell them to put it fucking down. If they out here and you know they got that anger where they black out and they get weapons, tell them to put it down. Show them these videos that have been posted all over the internet. This is now the strategy the officers are using to be able to kill your children. If your children are running with gangs, they have a knife regardless or a gun regardless, and the police run up on them, they're going to say they were armed and dangerous, and they use that as probable cause to end their life. Game recognizes game. My friends and family and associates, a lot of us have come from the streets. We know better. We've seen this before. We've watched the demise of all or some of our peers, our friends who have died the same way back in the 90s. All they're doing is recycling this shit. And now, it ain't got shit to do with a fight. It ain't got shit to do with breaking in a motherfucking bank. It ain't got shit to do with breaking in motherfucking Nordstrom's like they did and took all them fucking Prada purses. Them motherfuckers dropped a gang of them motherfuckers too. Ooh, I wish I was down there because I was just in that motherfucker, a week ago before they did that shit. God dang it shit. But anyway, this is not about a robbery. Now, they're using the law to kill your children. Take your children by the hand and sit the motherfuckers down now. You need to instill in them the rules of the roads of not being murdered. And it's fucked up that we got to go back to this shit. It's fucked up we got to go back to this shit to save the lives of the minority children that they're murdering. Have you noticed that it's a lot of children now between the age of 9 and 17 being murdered? 9 and 17. I ain't talking about the motherfucker that shot and killed that baby girl at the McDonald's. I ain't talking about the other ones. That motherfuckers that got caught. Some of them got shot. Well, somebody got shot on the expressway toting the same fucking gun he killed the baby with. I don't have any remorse for him. Because obviously he didn't give a fuck. I'm talking about these young teenagers that are out here trying to defend themselves, or the teenagers that are in the streets thinking that the streets love them. Do you realize you need to tell your children that the streets will always win, and the streets have no love for your babies? No love for your babies. They didn't even fucking have love for us. There's a lot of you right now that know the streets just like I do. You need to grab a hold of your young adults. You need to show them these videos if they haven't already seen it. And you need to give them the rules of the motherfucking road, how to protect themselves from being murdered. Because now our minority children, I ain't say just blacks, I said now our minority children are targets. Any children in gangs out there toting guns, you're a target. Whether you're wrong or right, you are a target. If you're fighting and protecting yourself, as you can see, but you have a weapon in your hand, you are a target. You are a dead man, a dead woman. Get a hold of your children to get them to understand what's going on around here, and it ain't getting no better. They're not done. This Proud Boy shit, when they was out there marching just recently, what was it, a couple weeks ago? All of this, now the murdering of all these youth, you know it's real fucked up. They had a fucking young white male with a fucking semi-automatic rifle walking through town. Walking through town. He managed to murder 3 people. They said he put it down, he put his hands up. I don't give a fuck. The Hispanic boy threw the gun and put his hands up. But he was in the wrong place, wrong time, wrong situation. He was a part of his demise. But that white boy, he would have been a part of his demise too if they would have shot his ass down. But they didn't do that. They didn't do that. And I know motherfucking well y'all not stupid to why. Our minority children are now targets. They now have another reason, another excuse to murder our babies. I need you elders. I need you older folks. And we, middle-aged people, need to get a hold of these motherfucking kids, these young folks. It's a lot of folks that used to gangbang out there, know these streets. You better get a hold of these motherfucking group of kids. You better get a hold of their asses now. I'm telling you. They're eliminating the seed. They're eliminating the seed again. They're attacking the young minority man. That is the seed. And they're killing them off. And now they're killing off the women. They're not giving people an opportunity to grow up anymore. Just like before. I'm telling y'all, and I'm giving y'all the game on this shit. In order for them to get away with this shit, the way George Floyd's murderer didn't get away, they're going to use probable cause, justifiable homicide, because that person, that child, had a weapon. And if they can prove that child had a weapon, they are a dead man, they are a dead woman. Get in y'all places. I keep telling y'all, stop worrying about the wrong shit. Your beefs are your beefs. You Hispanic, you black, you don't like each other, man, shut the fuck up. Put your big girl panties on, your big drawers on. Y'all better squash this motherfucking shit. Because now, they're taking our babies out in a whole different manner. And their probable cause is going to be because that child was armed and dangerous. I hope I instill a tip in y'all. Get a hold of these young people. A lot of these cops ain't right in the fucking head. There's a lot of Klan members in the fucking damn judicial system that they know how to work the system. And if one thing doesn't work, they'll try something else, and then something else, and then something else. How long before we realize that? How long before we pay attention? I got grown sons. I got a grown daughter. I got a son almost 30 years old. I worry about them every day, but at the same time, I pray for them. And that's what keeps my worry away. Because I know God got their back. These police officers are programmed killers. But now they get more and more slick with it. I can't say smart because this has been going on for years. Over 500 plus years. So it ain't nothing new. They just brought this shit back. Now, y'all need to get a hold of these young people and let them know the game they playing now. Because if those kids have a weapon in their possession, they're instantly gonna get murdered. I don't give a fuck. This is what's been going on. It doesn't take fucking damn Ray Charles dead and blind. He could see this. He could see right through this shit. Pay attention to your family members. Pay attention to your relatives. Teach them. Teach them the rules of the road right now. Let them know how to protect themselves. Teach them how to pick their battles. Another reason why the police target the youth so much, because the youth are angry. They're rebellious and angry. They're the first ones to sit up and think that fighting is going to gain their respect. 9 times out of 10, they know a lot of adults ain't going to go that route. Why? Because we know what's happening. We grown. We've been there, done that. But these children do not. So they're easy pickings to be murdered. Pay attention to your family. Pay attention to your peers. Pay attention to your children. Pay attention to who they hang around with. Pay attention to what they do. Pull them to the side. A lot of people say, oh, they grow. I can't X, Y, and Z. I don't give a fuck what you got to do. If you love them, do the best you can. Now, if they run off, you better change the fucking locks. Sometimes people got to learn the hard way. And it's sad that some of these young people had to learn the hard way. But not everybody has to perish the same way. Get a hold of the youth. Get a hold of these people. Get a hold of these children and let them know what's going on now. Let them know this game plan that they playing. Probable cause. Armed and dangerous. That is now their excuse for murder. The bullwhip turn to the gun. Exactly. It's another slave mentality situation on how to control the minorities of the U.S. David, you know exactly what I'm saying. Please spread the word to people to get them to understand, to teach these young people what's going on. Y'all that are listening to this live, share this live. Ain't sharing for likes. Ain't sharing for fucking numbers. Man, share this shit for knowledge. Knowledge. Let these young people show this shit. So they know. Hey, man, this is the game. This is what they own now. This is what they own, man. Minimize a lot of this shit that's going on right now. Teach these young people, hey, hold on. I know you a hothead. I know you'll pick up a weapon. I know you black out, but let me tell you what's been going on. Let me tell you how to get over that shit. Fight motherfuckers hand in hand, one-on-one, that's one thing. But if you got a motherfucking knife in your hand or a gun, you a dead man or you a dead woman. And they ain't asking no fucking questions if you have not seen that by now. They shooting first. And they ain't shooting once. They shooting your babies dead. They shooting our babies dead. Pay attention. I understand people are saying, oh, they shouldn't shot her 4 times. No, they shouldn't have. But she was getting ready to stab another chick. She, look at the video. She getting ready to stab her. Don't give me that shit. We don't know what she was gonna do. Yes, the fuck you do. She was getting ready to stab that girl. That's the excuse he used to shoot her ass 4 times. Dead. Teach them how to de-escalate situations. You got a lot of girls or dudes coming over to jump one kid. It ain't no coward shit to call the police. But when you call the police, stay your monkey ass in the crib. Don't call the police and run your stupid ass out there to fight any motherfucking way. Save your fucking life. Save the lives of those that you know, that you love and you care for. I don't give a fuck if they strangers. You see them going the wrong path, man, pull them to the side if you can. Stay prayed up. We all have to. Strengthen your faith, y'all. I'm telling you right now. They now got it where certain colleges are actually saying you can't go to college now without this vaccine. Remember I told you about the mark of the beast? It's going to be to a point where you can't even go to a fucking bank and withdraw money unless you have the vaccine. Pay attention to your world. Stop worrying about the stupid little shit. Keep your peace. But never run from never run from knowledge. Our people perish for the lack of knowledge. Pay attention. School yourself. School your children. You only have one life. Once it's over, it's over. Don't let it be over for the wrong reasons. That's my time. I appreciate you all. Happy Friday to you. Thank you all for liking my photos. I appreciate you all. I love taking pictures. I will definitely be at Fashion Week again tomorrow at the Water Tower Place. It's going to be amazing again. I love everyone. Thank you so much. Even those who don't like me, I love you anyway, bitch. I don't give a fuck. But one thing's for sure, too, for certain. I will always speak my mind. I will always try to give advice. I may not know it all. But I know what I've been through, and I know what I've seen other people go through. And if I can help at least one person out of all of my lives, my job is done. David, you said there is a serious disconnection from the youth today and my generation. I'm 50. When we're in those streets, at least we're protected by... Yes, but that's no longer the way it is now. It used to be a village. You remember when you used to get in some shit? And the neighbors all knew each other, knew your parents and everything else, and you was getting your ass whooped down the block before you got to your house. Shit ain't like that no more, man. We can't dwell off of the past now. I'm sorry. We can't. We got to live in the fucking now. Now we've got to teach them differently. Now we've got to school them in a different manner. It's like playing chess out here, man. The only way the king and queen will win if those around them will protect the king and queen. Get on your shit, y'all. I love y'all. Pray for y'all. See y'all soon. I love you. Have a wonderful weekend. God bless you. RH to Shock G. You take it easy. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.